Hello, everyone. My name is Pam Nacpil, and this is The Moving Truth with Pam. So, this lady I have today, I met her when? A few years back, and then I reconnected with her. And when I saw her, I said, "Are you Marcela?" And I think we've met before. So, before anything else, please, Marcela, introduce yourself.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm excited to have you.
Well, my name is Marcela Amador Soto, and I'm from Monterrey, Mexico.
Mexico, okay. Mexico sounds so exciting, right? When you hear Mexico, it sounds so exciting. So, okay. You are here now in Moncton, New Brunswick. You're a chef, I know. But, like, when did this, what were you doing before in Mexico that made you think, I want to go to Canada? So, tell us a story.
I like to think it's a silly story. I mean, I first came here when I was still very young. I was 20 when I first came to Canada, and I came as a student.
Okay.
And
student,
yes.
When you say student, high school?
Well, I came to college, but I was in a university in Mexico.
Okay.
And it was an exchange program.
Okay.
And I landed in St. Andrews, New Brunswick.
St. Andrews, okay.
Small compared to
to Moncton.
size of Monterrey that I'm used to. There's
millions
of people.
Oh, yeah.
7
is
million, I believe.
Is it?
Yes.
Monterrey, is that busy?
It's big.
Like, I keep on thinking Mexico is Cancun, Punta Cana, like.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So
all the nice water. But no, I'm from the mountains.
So that's a different view of Mexico I have now. So, okay. So you were studying university in Monterrey. Monterrey. You have to say it, Monterrey. And then you had an opportunity to go to Canada, St. Andrews, as an exchange student. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then what happened?
And then my year of study happened, and I graduated, and I went back to university. And once I finished that, I just decided to come back. I mainly fell in love with the small town feeling and vibes compared to the big city, right? Yeah. So yes, I think that was my main.
That was your main reason for moving. But like, I don't know how hard it is to move from Mexico because you're nearer to Canada, right? But like, I know you're in the mountains, but it can't be that cold where you are compared to here.
No, this is a whole different level
of cold.
Of cold. We do not. I mean, if we get snow, it's at the top of the mountain and it's rare.
Doesn't reach you, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't know snow before.
Now we know snow a lot, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So I don't know if that's sadly, but yeah, it's fun sometimes. So your 1 year experience in St. Andrews and loving St. Andrews as a small quaint town inspired you to move back?
Yes, I mean, I feel like a lot happened. Like I said, I was very young adult and discovering myself. I was able to just find kind of Canadian family, if you will, friends, and just those connections. It really helped me to come out of my shell even more. It's when I started my whole, hey world,
This is
gay, which is a whole different subject, but it really did play a big aspect of me moving to Canada. Just how open the country and even such a small town is to LGBTQ community, and just to feel welcome to that, even though I'm from a different country and
was it very different, the environment back home, for people who identify differently?
I mean, it's been several years now, so I do want to say it has changed.
Okay.
But at that moment, it was also very new to me and to people around me. So just to see how it wasn't so much of a taboo to talk about, or just to experience it, and just to feel so free. And I was also away from everybody I knew. I was on my own for the first time, so that alone just frees you to be.
Opens a new world.
Yes.
Opens a new world. Okay. Was it hard for you to move? Because I don't know about Mexico. For the Philippines or some other countries, it's not so easy to immigrate, right? So what did you have to do to make sure you get back in and start your journey to actually permanently live in Canada?
That's a long journey. I actually, I think I just hit the final stage this year. I became a citizen. Yes.
Congratulations.
But it says a lot. Like
Yeah.
I really started since then.
So 2011?
Well, in 2011, I came as a student, so I had my student visa, and then I came back again to study, but this was not with my university, this was on my own.
Okay.
So again, a student, and then
When was this?
I came back in 2015.
Okay. And now you're studying again.
And then I'm studying
Studying
again.
again, okay.
And then as you graduate, you get a work permit, so
Okay.
then I'm in the workforce. And then you can extend that, and then you're applying for more work permits, and then
Wow.
and
So
then
how
you're
many
looking for
work
the
permits did
residence.
you have to go through?
How many? Sorry.
Work permits. Like you came back in 2015 as a student again, and then you graduate, then you get your postgraduate work permit, right?
Yes.
PGWP. So how many extensions did you have to go through?
Not that many. I mean, I knew I had to get a position that would help me get
Okay.
there to have enough time to apply for a residence. That's when I made the decision to move to Moncton.
Okay.
Yes.
From St. Andrews,
From
because
St.
you were
Andrews.
studying in St. Andrews, true?
Yes, I
Okay.
went back to St. Andrews.
Okay, you really love St. Andrews.
I love St. Andrews.
I do
It's
love
like my
St. Andrews.
home in Canada. That's what I call it. But now it's Moncton.
Right, it's Moncton
Yeah.
now. Okay. So going from an exchange student, going back to Mexico and deciding to go back and study, what did you have to prepare for? Because in 2015, it was basically not so like complicated probably as now. What did you have to do? Because it's also expensive to study here.
Yes, it is. I did a full country research, and it was actually in New Brunswick and the St. Andrews. It was the most, the one that I could reach with my budget.
Okay.
I had to prepare everything. You have to do your English tests, and you have to provide all of your
Financials.
yes,
right?
your financials and your whole story. And so I did the whole gamut of
Thing.
it all. Yes,
Okay.
to get here.
Were your family supportive in you moving? Because I know, you know, Mexicans are very close knit as well. Were they like, I heard this from my family, we're not Mexicans, but we're you know, the Spanish culture of the Philippines is very strong. So it's like they said, why are you leaving? Why do you have to go? You're okay here, kind of, da, da, da. How about you? Did you experience the same thing?
I think they were supportive from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's hard for everybody. Yes, we're very close. I'm very, very close with my family. I consider them all my best friends, my sisters and my parents. I think they were very supportive. Maybe at the beginning, it wasn't fully understood, but even I wasn't sure what I was doing. I
Okay,
just remember
okay.
feeling so free being
Okay.
here, and not taken away from Mexico, because I obviously have different freedoms in there, and, or they just don't compare. But it felt like I still needed to finish my journey in Canada, or continue it, I guess, because I'm still
Not
here.
yet finished. Not yet finished.
No.
Ways to go. You're too young. So, okay, being here, being in St. Andrews, and discovering yourself, you know, was it hard or easy for you to assimilate in a St. Andrews kind of community where I think everybody knows each other there, right?
yes.
For mostly like being in St. Andrews.
Yes.
How was that experience for you?
It was all positive to me, really. I think I struggled a little bit more once I came to Moncton, once it got
Oh,
bigger.
wow. Okay.
The bubble bursted,
Burst.
right? But St. Andrews, no, I made really good friends there, and everybody was just so nice. It was all part of the charm. It was completely welcoming and
Very accepting for you.
yes, and
Even
that
if it's
too.
such a small community?
Yeah.
Even more so, probably. Okay, so now St. Andrews, what were you doing? Like you were studying, how did you manage to support yourself? Because as students, you have limited
Yes.
like work hours. How did you find immediately part-time work? What do you call this? If I worry about Moncton and traveling here without a car, more so St. Andrews, right?
Yes.
So like, how did you get everything settled? Like, how hard was it for you?
Well, before I started my second year of college, I worked really hard in Mexico and tried to save as much as I could because
Okay.
I knew that this was coming and that's what I was aiming for. And I was also very fortunate to have my partner at the moment to help me out.
Okay.
And we moved in together, and their family were very supportive, very welcoming as well, like the
Yeah.
whole St. Andrews.
It's like they were there for you.
They were absolutely there for me, and I'm eternally grateful for them, every single one of them. But yes, and I was trying to do small jobs here and there.
Like what kind of job? Was it related to your course? Marcel's a chef, okay? So was it like cooking? Did you have to work in a restaurant?
Yes, I would be serving or maybe helping with some catering events. not
Okay.
catering, banquets, thank you.
Yes.
That's the word. Yes.
Catering's good too.
Yeah.
So you were doing all these things, but
Yes.
related to what you were.
Yes,
Okay.
very related.
Okay, St. Andrews now. Why Moncton? Why move to Moncton? Like St. Andrews, like I know September, October, probably everything's closed. Almost closed, right? So it's like,
It's so charming though.
yes, it is. I love St. Andrews. But like,
Yes.
why decide now to go to big city Moncton and stay here?
That's when I knew my next step is to apply for my residence,
Okay.
and I knew I had to go to a bigger job. I
Okay.
was at the moment I was working in a coffee shop's bakery.
Okay.
I was the baker, and I was doing a summer job that it was done by the end of the summer because, like you
Okay.
said, a lot of places close
Close.
after the season. So I knew it was time to come find something more stable,
Okay.
bigger, somewhere I could grow possibly. And I landed a position in one of the hotels here
Okay.
in Moncton.
What did you do?
I was a cook.
I was a cook. Okay.
Yes, I was in the kitchen.
How was that experience for you? Because coming from St. Andrews, it's just a really cute town. But like, and then Moncton's suddenly busy. I mean, you're used to busy with Monterrey,
Yes.
right? But
Yes.
like, how did it feel like, you know, adjusting to Moncton life? Was it easier, harder?
I think I'm always adjusting to Moncton.
Okay.
Even
now?
Even now, yes. 'Cause
Why?
It's
In what
even
sense?
still growing in
I know.
yes.
I know. It's growing.
We all felt it in the last couple of years, and I mean I moved now for almost 8 years now. I think.
Wow.
7,
Time
8.
so fast.
Yes, so still adjusting, and I think mainly adjusting to the new job and like the new people, but it still has that, again, that charm of Canadians.
Okay.
So it didn't stay in St. Andrews, it was still reflected in Moncton.
Okay.
So that's still very nice to experience and not feel like I did all of this for
nothing.
for just St. Andrews,
Yeah, okay,
right?
okay.
So no, it is Canada, right?
So, I know you said welcoming, but was there ever a point in time that you felt like it wasn't working, that things were not as what you expected when you moved?
Like here in Canada,
Yeah.
in general, I think, I mean, we go through ups and downs as immigrants, and the downs are hard in that way of questioning, why did I even
Yeah.
do all of this?
I know. I've gone through those questions myself.
Especially with the snow. I'm just
I
kidding.
know. It's, yeah.
But then all all the ups really pushed those downs.
Okay.
Yes, I've had hard times. They can come in the winter, they can come in the summer. They come when I'm missing any dates, important dates from my family, like my niece's recital. Like I would love to be there,
Yeah.
right?
So what do you miss most outside of your niece's recital from Mexico? What do you miss most? And like, what do you long for when you're here?
I miss my family.
Yeah.
I miss my family. I miss the food, and I just we have stayed close, and I'm so grateful for technology that has
I know.
grown that way.
I know.
I mean, when I first came here, Pam, it was still Skype. There was
Okay.
no FaceTime, and it was broken Skype.
I know. It's like ding, ding,
Yeah.
but different now, right?
Oh,
I
yes.
think immigration now is not as tough as before. Like I remember my mom, she moved to the US in the 80s.
Oh, wow.
So it's like she'd have to buy a card to
Yes.
call us, right? But now it's so different. Just ring you in Messenger and you
Yes.
can see each other, right? So different. So
know.
it's, I guess immigration's easier now because of technology.
In that aspect, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And all immigrants miss food back home.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes,
I
we do.
know you did something so you won't miss food so much. You did start a restaurant, right?
I did.
So when was this part of your journey? Like when did you start saying, "Hey, I want to do a restaurant. I want to feature Mexican food"?
This was after my hotel position.
Okay.
I started as a market booth stall,
Okay.
yes. And then we moved on to being like a pop-up restaurant.
Okay.
So we focus on tacos.
Tacos.
Especially, yes.
Yes.
I wanted to do my own version of authentic tacos.
Yes.
Sometimes my mom used to say that they're gourmet tacos. and
Gourmet
I'm like,
tacos,
Oh, well,
okay.
I'll take that.
That's a nice ring
That's
to
how
it.
I
right?
miss them. So,
Yeah.
but yes, and I really wanted to introduce, like we said, the immigration just grew a lot in the last couple of years, and there was not a lot of Mexican in
Yes.
town. So I really wanted to do as authentic as possible, and I was making my own corn tortillas.
Wow.
And
You have to
all
teach
of
me.
the it's really fun.
Oh, I'm
actually.
sure it is.
Said the chef.
So said the chef, said the chef. So what happened to the restaurant? I mean, I know you're working now separately, but was it hard to maintain a business? You were PR by then, right? Permanent resident by then?
I got it. Yes.
Yes.
I got it by then.
Was it so hard to be an entrepreneur in Moncton?
Yes. No, I don't think it's specifically because I was in Moncton. Just in general,
As an entrepreneur.
It's a tough position to be because it's so hard to turn it off.
Okay.
So you're always working somehow. So
Thinking of what you're gonna cook, everything.
Every conversation, every grocery store you go, you're like, oh, I should do
Yeah,
that. Oh,
okay,
maybe this,
okay.
and then write it down. And I know we all do that with work, but or like general work is just with this is it's just you, and
Yeah.
if you don't move the needle, it doesn't
It's
move
not
at
gonna
all.
happen.
So
So it has since been deactivated, right? Your restaurant.
now is
okay. Right now,
off, yes.
But is there? Yeah, it's turned off of pause.
yes.
Do you see yourself doing it again? Like, what would make you restart it?
I have days that I want to say yes.
And there are days like I'm okay where I am.
There's
Yeah.
days that I enjoy my weekends without worries.
I know. That's what my daughter
Right.
feels right now. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but is there still a yearning to become an entrepreneur? To still
There is.
do?
All the good sides were really good. I mean, I was very proud of my product, and I miss it. I miss doing it, and I miss all of the interactions I got out of it.
Yeah.
And I still think there's a little something in there, but
Yeah.
I think it's still dormant.
Okay.
It's still in winter
It's
mode.
smart.
So
It's
yes,
smart. It's smart.
yes.
Okay. So for someone who's done this, right, citizen now, what advice would you give to people who are planning to move, especially now that immigration, there's a cap. It's not as encouraging as a few years back. You think it's still worth it? And what advice would you give?
I think it's worth it if you want it. If it has to be for the right reasons that you're moving out of your country. I think it's always going to be hard no matter what. You're always going to miss your loved ones, your food, your daily life. But at least this was my experience, you get to learn so much about yourself, and you get to see this big world that you didn't know before. So, and specifically here in Canada, you're surrounded by so many international people that where else would you meet them?
Yeah.
So you learn so much from Canada, from yourself, from the world and different countries, and I mean.
So you think it's still worth it to move, even with all the restrictions?
It has to be worth it. Like I said, it has to be your right reasons, right?
Yeah.
For it to be worth all
Depends on you.
Not so good ones.
Yeah.
Yes, it depends on the individual, I think.
So, going through everything, would you do it again, over again? Would you really do it again? And if you're doing it again, what would you do differently?
I would do it again.
Are you sure?
And yes, I would. Even though it sounds like there's a little bit of hesitation,
Yeah.
I can't change anything from the past.
Yeah.
Knowing where I am right now, I am happily married, and I have my pets, and I have this job, and all these people that I know, and it has helped me grow my relationships, even if they're in Mexico, and the connection, the bond grew stronger.
Oh, wow. That's
So-
how do you say that? Because sometimes when you're apart, it's not as strong. But how do you ensure that the connections are still there?
Well, like I said, I'm very close to my family, so we really try to make a point that whenever we are together, it's a special moment. Like,
Okay.
we really are present, and we're there for each other, and we keep each other in the loop. Like, we keep messaging and video calls, and same goes for friends that are in different areas of the world.
So you still go back home? Do they still visit? Do they visit you?
Yes, I do both. We do both. Yes.
So it's not exactly, you don't feel isolated in a way.
No,
Not
I
at all.
don't.
Okay.
No.
So the journey goes on for Marcela? It is, right? It's still going.
Still going. I'm still
And
here.
hopefully we'll get to taste more of her special tacos someday.
Yes, someday.
Thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
I know sometimes it's so scary to be in front of the cameras, but thank you, Marcela.
Thank
and
you
I
so
wish you
much.
all the best, whether it's cooking for someone else or cooking for me.
Yeah.
Cooking for yourself. Okay. With that, thank you very much, and we'll see you at the next Moving Truth and Path. Bye for now.